nothing cool about this at all. In one moment in round 2, Islam Makhachev landed this head kick on Ian Garry. That was the biggest moment of this fight.
Oh! Islam just kicked Ian! I said that would never happen! I literally said that it would never happen! This is head and arm, round 2. I called it! Oh my God! Ian's back. Ian's up, guys. Islam pressing against the cage.
Activate the back. Oh! Man, we've done it again. Even in a fight where Ian looked great.
I do feel in the final analysis that Garry spent too much time wanting to be liked by Islam. I did not get that. I don't know why that was something that was on Ian Garry's mind. It was an impressive night. It really was. It was an impressive fight.
Islam showed and proved once again that he's able to get something done. He did that. He won the 5th round. He won the 5th round in dominant fashion. It was the first time that he was able to secure.
MMA Guru's reaction is pretty blunt. He believes Islam Makhachev did almost nothing for the majority of this fight. The one major moment he gives Islam credit for is the head kick in round 2, which he calls the biggest moment of the entire fight. Outside of that, his argument is that Islam spent much of the remaining time either getting outstruck by Ian Garry on the feet or controlling him against the cage with a body lock without actually advancing the position. And that's the key criticism. Having a body lock or holding someone against the fence only matters if you're using it to create damage, improve position, or work toward a finish. That's why MMA Guru ultimately describes Islam's performance as slow and uneventful.
Nothing! That's the truth! 0! He caught him with a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did nothing! The whole fight! Guys are nothing cool about this at all. In one moment in round 2, Islam Makhachev landed this head kick on Ian Garry. That was the biggest moment of this fight. When I tell you, other than that, all Makhachev did for 24 minutes was either be outstruck by Ian Garry on the feet.
Ian Garry's reaction after the loss was surprisingly confident, and that matters. He admitted that Islam Makhachev was simply better than him on the night, but he clearly didn't see the defeat as a setback. At just 28 years old, Garry emphasized that he had gone up against a fighter he considers one of the greatest ever and still pushed him to the limit. Instead of sounding defeated, he focused on what the experience proved to him. He belongs at this level and he believes he can come back stronger. Garry made it clear that he's proud of himself, proud of his team, and not mentally shaken by the loss. That's the kind of mindset you want to see after a tough fight. Accept the result, learn from it, and move forward.
Tonight wasn't my night. I feel great. I did great. Islam was just better to me than me tonight, and that's okay. I want everybody who loves me and supports me and wants to see me do better. I want you to know that I'm going to be back. I'm not disheartened by this. I'm bulletproof in my mind. I'll be back. I'm 28 years of age. I just fought arguably the greatest fighter we've ever seen in this sport. And I pushed him to the and I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of my team and everything that we've done.
Islam once again proves why he can still look like the best fighter in the world. He's now sitting on a historic 17-fight UFC win streak, the longest in UFC history, and that's the kind of achievement you simply can't ignore. After the fight, when he was asked who he wanted next, Islam wasn't even thinking that far ahead. He just wanted to take in the moment and enjoy what he'd accomplished. And honestly, after putting together a run like this, why rush to the next name? For now, Islam has every reason to soak it in.
And then the main event, we've done it again. Even in a fight where Ian looked great, came out unscathed, touched up, Islam is still able to look like the best in the world. Another moment in history, longest win streak in UFC history at 17 wins, yeah.
What do you want next for Islam?
I haven't even thought that far. I'm trying to soak in this moment because this all was great. Hold on, let me.
UFC 330 went down last night, and Islam Makhachev successfully defended his UFC welterweight title in what was undeniably a high-level fight, even if it wasn't exactly a thriller. There were stretches where the action slowed down, but technically, this was a serious matchup against Ian Machado Garry, and here's where the debate starts. If you're scoring purely off damage, you can make a case for Garry, but I still had Islam winning 3 rounds to 2. Now, there's a lot more to unpack from UFC 330, the fallout, the reactions, and everything that happened afterward. Islam is already talking about potential future opponents, and even some names from his past, while there's also a genuinely ugly situation involving Dean Thomas, who cornered Julian Robertson in the co-main event, and then publicly said this experience was enough to make him reconsider cornering fighters altogether.
UFC 330 took place just last night, and Islam Makhachev did defend his UFC welterweight title in a high level, but not very exciting. It was a little bit slow at points, but a very high level fight with Ian Garry. In a fight that Ian Garry maybe could have won based on damage only, but I believe Islam won 3 rounds to 2. We are going to get into all of the blowback, fallout, everything, the aftermath to do with UFC 330, because Islam Makhachev talks about future opponents, potential past opponents, and some truly disgusting stuff here as well, where Dean Thomas, who cornered Julian Robertson in the co-main event, absolutely abandons his fighter and says that this is the reason he is not going to corner fighters anymore.
Islam wants the challenge, and I like that mindset. After UFC 330, the next fight could very well be against Morales, and that's a matchup that makes sense if the UFC wants to keep the welterweight division moving. We already saw the tension backstage between them, with both sides making it clear they want the title opportunity. So now the question is simple: who actually deserves that shot? Islam is the champion. Morales wants the opportunity, and after the arguments we saw cage side, there's clearly no shortage of bad blood. If this is the next fight, at least there's a real storyline behind it.
In this division, and these guys, Morales, Prates, Shavkat, they make me like training every day more hard. But because I say this is the real fighters who can give me good fights.
So Islam wants the challenge, which I like, and referring to the arguments backstage between Prates and Morales, this is them cage side, and dude, Prates is so funny to me. He's just hammered cage side. They're cutting to him live on the broadcast, and he's like smoking, and he's just pissed, arguing about who gets a title shot.
If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Fighting Warriors for more MMA fight analysis and updates.